Master Yaddle was a Jedi of the same species as Yoda, and just like Master Yoda, we do not know where Yaddle came from. We don't even know if they both came from the same place. According to the Jedi Archive, however, Yaddle was born in 509 BBY. This makes her 477 years old by the time we see her in Episode 4 of Tales of the Jedi. Or more specifically, she was that old during the events of the Phantom Menace. Most of Master Yaddle's activities were behind the scenes of the lore that we already know. She was very much an off-screen character. Her own progression from Padawan to Jedi Master, and then later a seat on the Jedi High Council, all of this happened before the time of the High Republic era, and is only known now because of the Archive's records. When the era of the High Republic came about, also known as the Golden Age for the Jedi, Master Yaddle had become the master in charge of training the younglings at the temple on Coruscant. Yaddle actually trained Oppa Rancises, who also had a seat on the High Council much later. Master Yaddle had helped guide and mentor the Jedi Order through the High Republic era, and she, among others, are the ones who shaped the Jedi Order into what it is in the modern era. For hundreds of years, Master Yaddle was content with her position. Even when she took a break from teaching younglings, she came back sooner than expected because she enjoyed and missed the role of teacher. Yaddle kept her seat on the High Council until one day.
I stepped down from my position on the council. You were right about so many things.
She gave up her seat after realizing that the council wasn't willing to take action. You see, Yaddle had agreed that the mystery around the Sith from the Phantom Menace was not to be taken lightly. The council instead sent only 2 Jedi to investigate, which was not enough and ended up in the death of Qui-Gon Jinn. Yaddle knew that more could have been done, so after Qui-Gon died, she resigned from the High Council. During the Tales of the Jedi on Disney, we see Yaddle speak with Qui-Gon after he battled the mystery Sith on Tatooine.
Go! Tell them to take off!
Yaddle notices that Count Dooku was also very interested in this news, but it was mostly because Qui-Gon was his former Padawan, in my opinion.
I've been warning them about the coming darkness for years, never to be taken seriously.
After Qui-Gon's death, we once again see Yaddle at the temple, except this time she approached Count Dooku.
The council is leaving for Nabboo. The funeral is to be held there.
Also, really quickly, for anyone who is confused about Count Dooku in this series, then an important thing to know is that Count Dooku had already left the Jedi Order at this point in time. He was just visiting for the sake of Qui-Gon Jinn. A good way to think about it is, if you see Count Dooku with a young Qui-Gon, then he is indeed in the Jedi Order. When Qui-Gon progresses, Count Dooku leaves the Order.
What choice have I?
In this moment, Yaddle found a few things that Count Dooku said to be a little bit suspicious. She felt it best to follow him. It should be noted, it was possible she was just concerned for him. However, what she found totally shattered her soul.
You have been loyal to a greater cause.
Count Dooku had been conspiring with the Sith Lord. However, even though she faced evil, Yaddle had offered redemption to Count Dooku first, by doing the right thing and stepping to her side.
Whatever lies he's told you, whatever you have done, you can make up for it now by bringing him to justice.
But for Dooku, it was already too late. The death of Qui-Gon Jinn was enough to push him over the edge.
I'm afraid it is too late.
No.
Unfortunately, after a valiant display, Master Yaddle was not able to defeat Dooku, and then she was killed.
I want only to bring peace and order to the galaxy.
Already so many have suffered for what you call order.
Then, let me give you peace, Master Yaddle.
This is the reason we do not see Yaddle in Attack of the Clones and further on, because she died before the funeral of Qui-Gon Jinn. This is likely why we see Yoda training the younglings in Episode 2 Attack of the Clones, because he had to replace Yaddle's position as a teacher. Knowing that Yoda did this means that he knew Yaddle had disappeared, which begs the question, just how far did the Jedi dig to find out what happened to Yaddle? Or what, if anything, did Dooku and Sidious do to cover it up? Maybe these answers will come in time. For now, I want to end this video with a theory on Yaddle, Yoda, and Grogu. The internet has been trying to solve the mystery of these three aliens for a long time, and I believe now we have the perfect answer that just makes total sense. So think back to Qui-Gon and how he is said to be one of the only males left of his species, Syrian. Well, the Jedi Order allowed Qui-Gon to help with repopulating his people. With this in mind, it makes total sense that Yaddle and Yoda both agreed to a similar procedure to allow for another generation of their own species. What I'm saying is, Yoda and Yaddle are the parents of Grogu, and this is the result of species preservation. For all we know, this is how they've been doing it for the entire time, and no one has yet elaborated. Let me know your thoughts on that, and as always, thank you for watching, and may the Force be with you.